All right, we back. Another episode, Curbside College. Another one in the books. I don't even know what episode this is, man. We almost at 20 though. You know what I'm saying? I might find something special I want to do at 20 episodes, man. I didn't think a lot of people didn't think I was gonna make it this far. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was gonna quit by now, but I'm building out something, man. We gonna see this thing we gonna see this thing out all the way. The next iteration gonna be we gonna start getting some interviews done. We gonna move over to curbside conversations. That's gonna be the next iteration of curbside media. So we building this thing out all the way. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up this morning, I really wasn't feeling motivated, man. I was kind of tired, man. A lot going on in life. You know what I'm saying? But when you ain't motivated, consistency and discipline kick in. And I work on those two more than I work on being motivated. You know what I'm saying? Because motivation don't come from a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to stop doing something when you unmotivated. But when you discipline and got consistency, it kind of like give you a little kick in the ass real quick, especially if you're serious about your goals. You know what I'm saying? And I know, and I really see my goals every day. I really see my vision every day, and I'm blessed for that. I can't lie. It's a blessing to have a vision. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, it's a blessing for, to be honest, it's a blessing to have purpose. It's a blessing to be and found your purpose, man. I'm gonna tell you why, because it give you direction. We wake up every day and we put our bodies on the line, we put our minds on the line. We spend a lot of time at work, man. But if you got direction in life and you know what you're doing, where you putting yourself through that, it make it a lot easier to deal with. It help you navigate it. You know what I'm saying? It give you process, actually. Like, you know what you getting up doing it for. You know what you need to do to mitigate those stresses and get around people character flaws or what you assume to be people character flaws. You know what I'm saying? So being blessed, it's a blessing to have found purpose and direction in life. Because 97% of people don't know what they're doing when they get up every day. They just making decisions based off emotion, man, and that's the wrong thing to do. I'm an aspiring entrepreneur. I'm learning what the mentality it take, you know what I'm saying, to get these type of things done. I want to build freedom for myself. I'm trying to build something in this world that allows me to live free and that allows me to feed my family and help others feed theirs and all that kind of stuff. But you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Finding that process was key for me because I take on stress kind of easy, and it was key to figure out what process that I need to put in place to navigate around these stresses, work, life. You know what I'm saying, kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It really help your life when you get up every day and know what you doing out here and know what your purpose is and know what direction you're going in. It kind of make life a little easier. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a tendency to think life happening to you if you don't got no direction. And you know what I'm saying? It's not really happening to you. It's happening for you because you're supposed to learn from it. You're supposed to learn from the things you go through. And if you got direction, those lessons mean a lot more. If you got a process that you apply in to life, those lessons mean a lot more because they help you even be sharper out there. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of give you a better life instantly. And I'm blessed for that. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really a blessing. That's all I really could say because a lot of people is not able to pursue their visions or even got the audacity to get up out here and do things that's conducive to their vision. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed for that. You know what I'm saying? And it also helped me see a lot of people character too. You know what I'm saying? I get to see character when I got a process. You know what I'm saying? Things that line up with my goals or line up with my mentality. A lot of things don't. And it's not their fault and it's not your fault because when you on your journey, you just learn a certain way and your mentality kind of change how you move, man. You know what I'm saying? It kind of change how you deal with people. It kind of change how you accept who people are and things like that. And that's a good thing. Not saying that, people just flawed because they not on your program, but you got to understand that you need to get next to the things that is or can be helpful to what you got going on out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like it help you see having a vision, help having a purpose, help you see character real good, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the major things that I learned in my process about dealing with people and different characters in my life is that you got to take away the expectation. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop expecting people to think like you. You got to stop expecting people to do things like how you do them. You even got to expecting people to be as smart as you. You know what I'm saying? Or as intelligent or as understanding as you. Just take away all expectations from people and let people be them and take them for how they are. If you choose to dive into that character, whether it may be helpful or not, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool to do. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps. It helps your process when you understand how to navigate character, and sometimes it helps you extract the benefits out of people when you understand that. And only direction and process could give you that. You know what I'm saying? Direction and process give you that. When you got them things in place, it's hard not to do it, because after a while, a process get easy. It's like getting up, getting ready for work, and going to work every day. You got that shit down. After a couple months, you could do that shit with your eyes closed. You got to set them same kind of process up for your goals in life. You know what I'm saying? It make you reaching your goals easier. It take a little longer. It take an extra effort, a little more energy, because you got to do it before and after work. But hey, what else you got to do? You know what I'm saying? Either you want this shit or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Take away them expectations from character. Everybody ain't gonna line up. Everybody not gonna take the time to understand that they need to find their purpose in order to navigate this world. Or their purpose might mean, or they just might have a different purpose. You know what I'm saying? You got to accept people for how they are and accept things the way they go. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about having direction in a process is you could choose what you deal with and what you don't deal with based on a process, based on data that you've collected in your own mind that helps you reach where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to understand the mentality that a lot of these entrepreneurs make, that a lot of these entrepreneurs have, and they say the same things. It really starts with the mentality. I'm really starting to understand what it takes. You know what I'm saying? I've been educating myself on how to do these things for the past 2.5 years. And I just now got to the point to where I'm starting to see my reality change a little bit. I'm starting to involuntarily move in a certain direction and move a certain way around things that ain't conducive to my future or my goals. It's just happening automatically. You know what I'm saying? Your mind, and I know this cliche to say, I know, you hear it all the time on Instagram, but you do got to change your mentality. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. The more you educate yourself, the more your mentality start to change. It's impossible for it not to. And I'm telling you that right now, as a person that's been doing it. Your life, your actions will change. The way you see things will change. The things you decide to give your attention to will change once you start upgrading your mentality. Is no other choice. You don't have a choice, because you will start to see through certain things. You will start to understand that some things ain't worth your time. Some people just need help. Some things just need attention. Like, you will see that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It helps. It helps extremely. You'll start to see how things really work. You know what I'm saying? And it got a latency. I mean, it got like a lag. Like, the development of mentality is 10 times farther ahead than the development of your reality outside of your mind. You might not see things. You're going to change in your mind far before you change outside in the real world. But if you're paying attention, you will start to see little changes in your maneuver if you're paying attention. You know what I'm saying? If you're really mindful of how you're moving out here or how you used to move in the development of yourself, you will see differences. But don't just expect to study millionaires for 2 years and you just become one. No, because learning something and taking action is two different things. And that's one of the things I had to teach myself. I was a career student for the past 2 years. And I packed all this information in my head, but then I didn't have no proof of concept. I wasn't in taking no action out here on the lessons that I learned. And that's one of the things we got to do too. If you learn, you can't just know a lot of shit and don't do nothing, because you get a different level of understanding when you active with the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You get a different level of understanding. The levels is different. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with people on certain levels and people that got certain characteristics and certain ambitions, it's just different. You know what I'm saying? And the everyday person not gonna understand that. Only the people in that world gonna understand that, and you gotta understand that. It's a lot to understand. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an entrepreneur so bad. I want to be free so bad. I got a lot of plans for myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I started a new life once I got in action with the knowledge that I received, or knowledge that I took in, the things that I learned. I feel like I started a new life. And I know this is just the next level, because now I'm in motion and now I'm putting the things into play. And now it's a new level of hard. It's a new level of difficult. But when I go back to the process in my direction, it helped me navigate no matter the level. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta change. Sometimes things will change. Sometimes you'll rearrange how you move or rearrange the process. But at least you got a foundational situation that you can refer to when things change. You got to pivot. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this shit, man. There's levels to this shit. It's in understanding that your company you keep is so important. I know a lot of the things that I say may seem regurgitated or I said it before, but it's because I'm learning different levels of understanding in that topic. So you might hear something that you heard before. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I understand about people and having the people around you is that you can have friends, but it's a difference. Some people choose to have friends and they'll lie to you to be friends, or they just tell you what you need to hear because they like your company and don't want you to get upset. But then you got those friends that'll tell you the truth about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to choose which one of those people you want around. That's real. That's key. You know what I'm saying? Because the people who are around, it's like they say, around four broke people, you be the fifth. But if you're around people that's telling themselves the truth and uplifting the people around you, you ain't gonna have no choice but to get better. Along with the self education and mentality you already developing, that's almost a no brainer. That's almost a non-starter. You got to do that. You got to surround yourself with people that hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? And these is lessons that I'm learning in real time. In real time, man. Because I'm asking to be number one. And I'm starting to understand what it takes for a person to be number one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm trying to conquer the world, but I'm trying to conquer my world. And I'm trying to have control of my world. And I'm trying to be number one in my world. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that it's a lot of pressure come with that. Family pressure, family pressure, friends, money and all that shit. But I knew what I choose to do. I'm starting to be able to fathom what this shit take. I'm starting to be able to understand what type of disciplines and what type of motive and what type of consistency and what type of education it take. I'm really starting to understand that right now, man. I understand what needs to happen. And sometimes a lot about that tends to breed separation from a lot of things that don't serve you. You know what I'm saying? And it might seem selfish to distance yourself from somebody you love or the things you love to do. It might seem like it's torture or it's selfish to some people that you back away from, but no, it's really you growing. You know what I'm saying? And you could choose to separate yourself from people that might take your growth personally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make that decision on your own. Do you want your goals to be reached, or do you just want friends? That's the question you gotta ask yourself when you're trying to be an entrepreneur out here. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I'm at the point to where I ain't got no choice. I ain't got no choice. No, I'm already too far. I'm already too far out there to turn around. I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? I can't even see things the same no more after I just took this journey. I can't even see life the same. I drive down the street and I see businesses and I see, people going to work, and I see the difference in the way people live their life. You could tell how somebody spend their money when you're an entrepreneur. You could see, because you know how much things cost. Not saying that I'm watching people's pockets, I'm just watching commerce. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching how things rotate. I'm watching economics. You know what I'm saying? Once you start to pay attention to that, it's hard to live the same. It's hard to live the same after that, man. It is. You know what I'm saying? This shit get real out here. Direction give you process. And once you got that process down, you could keep tweaking it a little bit every level you get to. And that's just where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? You could see infrastructures, you could watch patterns. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I promise you. I don't know how many people watch my show that's aspiring to be entrepreneurs or that want to build something out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how many people that watch me or pay attention to me is on that type of time. But if you are, man, I'm telling you, it get real difficult, and it can back you into a corner. It could get kind of dark a little bit, because you will look around and you'll be like, man, don't nobody understand what I'm doing, and ain't nobody trying to do what I'm doing. And that could be stressful. You know what I'm saying? Because we are social people. We like being around people that understand. We like being on the same type of time as the people we enjoy being around, but it ain't gonna always be like that. It ain't gonna always be like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to understand what it really take. And it really take for you to put your head down and sometimes back into a corner and just build yours and then come back out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think that's one of the most clearest understandings that I got. There's levels to this shit, man. It's levels to this shit, man. And once you start to understand that it is levels, you can start operating like you want to get to the next level every step, brick by brick, getting to where you need to get. And this concept is proven across all, occupations or across all goals, not just me being an entrepreneur. If you want to you want to go to the NBA, you want to go, you know what I'm saying? You want to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. That shit gonna take you building consistency and discipline and a better mentality. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have been found this. I'm blessed to found my way. Because a lot of people couldn't. A lot of people can't and a lot of people won't. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Having that process helped me with my faith. It helped me with my vision. It just helped me with everything. And there's no way that I could discount that because I'm living it every day. My mentality is growing every day, and the way I move is growing every day. There's no way you could discount that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could discount that. It's starting to be like the people close to me can damn near predict what type of attitude I'm gonna have in certain situations because my morals got stronger. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to literally don't like to see people get done wrong. Like it just is different when your mentality change. And some people and you gotta have an understanding. Like I'm growing in my direction. You know what I'm saying? And everybody growing their own direction. And you can't fault nobody for not understanding what you're going through or try to or get behind you on what you got going on because everybody got their own life to live. You can't fault nobody for that. But it is a certain way that things work, and it is a certain way that you got to be to get your goals accomplished. I'm going to tell you that. It's a blessing to be a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just tell you like that. It's a blessing to be a dreamer because if you don't start dreaming and you don't start putting your own dreams out into the world, you're going to be living somebody else's. I guarantee you that. We've been doing it for a long time. We still doing it in some ways. You know what I'm saying? It's still a lot of things that we do in our everyday life that was somebody else's dream. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Find your purpose, man, because it's going to help you. Find you some direction out here. It's going to make life just that little bit easier once you know when you get up every day and you know what you're doing and you know what you're doing it for. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to rumble too much about that. You know what I'm saying? It's working out, though. I could tell y'all that. I'm being consistent. I'm building this media group. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting small, keeping my expenses low, keeping my overhead low, putting my money in the right place. You know what I'm saying? And you can't help but to see some growth after that. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I'm gonna give y'all a little piece of advice before I go today. Somebody else's happiness ain't costing you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get disrupted by somebody else's happiness because it's going bad in your life right now. That's just a moment in time. You could choose to be happy. Nobody else's happiness ain't costing you nothing. You can choose to be happy. I promise you can. And having direction when you get up every day will help you find happiness. Because a lot of the things we live in life are blessings, but we so focused on the negative things, it kind of holds you down. You know what I'm saying? Just as many negative things that you could find going on in your life, you could find an equal amount of positive things too. We take for granted waking up every day. We take for granted that we could think differently than a dog. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be told what to do all the time. We could actually build what you see in your mind out into the world. That's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. For me to wake up and be able to tell myself I'm asking to be number one and be the best person I could be is a blessing. And that I actually got the audacity to go the other way out of the norms and actually try to accomplish it, that's a blessing to me. God already gave me everything I need to survive and I need to thrive in this world. Like I said, man, A lot of the negative things that you see that you could find in the world, I guarantee you it's the equal amount of positive things you could find too. You know what I'm saying?